Hi guys, it's Laura. I just wanted to make a little video and share a recipe junk journal that I've made for a swap on Junk Journal Junkies. It's my very first swap, so I'm really excited about. I was quite nervous at first, but I think I'm pretty happy with what I've made. So I'm just going to share it with everybody and then pack it off into the mail to my partner this afternoon. So this is my very first attempt at a dangle or a charm at the back of a junk journal. I see Lori, just a girl from the Bay, who makes them, and they're just gorgeous, but I don't know about jewelry, making jewelry sort of stuff. So this is my version. It's just done with baker twine and a few old little bits and bobs, some measuring spoons, and a pear from, you know, those wine glass charms, and a mixer, and some little cherries. So, and then I've just put it on a little clip to go on the back there, so she can take it off if she wants to. So this is shelf liner paper that I got at the secondhand store. There's a little bit of it left over, plasticky stuff, and I like the pattern on it, and I thought, you know what, I'm not going to make my cover all fussy, because you know, she is going to use it in the kitchen. It doesn't need to be all lumpy and bumpy, and this will just wipe off if something gets spilled on it. So so that's what I did. I just put the shelf liner paper onto my cardboard, and then just put some nice but this is a bow bunny line called Made with Love. And my friend Verna, who had a scrapbook store, she closed it a couple of years ago. She had some leftover paper, and she very kindly gave this to me to use in my recipe journal. So that was very sweet. Thank you, Verna. And this is just some Stampin' Up! Paper, just their cardstock. So to start off with, just a little recipe card in there, and this is an advertisement from an old magazine that I have for orange juice, and I think the magazine is 1958, so this is 2 years younger than me. And don't they all look happy drinking their orange juice? Maybe I should start drinking more orange juice. Anyway, so that's that page, and then on this page I just did a waterfall of recipe cards, and I saw that idea from Laura Davidson. She's one of our members on Junk Journal Junkies. This is a stack of, it's so funny, I think it's cute. It's a piece of ham, but it's on paper, and it was just a little stack that I got at the dollar store. So there's a slice of onion and some lettuce and some bacon, and if any of you remember my my happy journal, the bacon's going in my happy journal. There's a story in there about bacon. So this is a card from you used to get, I don't remember when, but I think it was a subscription, and it was sold on TV or the back of magazines. And it was a box, a nice box, and it would come with sort of the dividers. And then it was a monthly subscription, and then you got so many recipe cards every month until the box was filled up. So I got this at the secondhand store, and I just thought it'd be cute in here. This is actually a cutting board, part of a cutting board, and it's scarred, it's been used. But what I thought was, I tested it out, and you can use a wipe-off marker and write notes or whatever. And so maybe you're working on a recipe and you're changing things or adding something, and you just want to keep a note. You can write it with a wipe-off marker and then transfer it onto a recipe card later. So I just thought that was kind of neat. And this side here, maybe put a clip up here to clip things on. This is just an envelope, and this paper on here is this, and I don't know if anybody remembers, anybody my age might remember going to the diner for a hot dog and french fries, and it would come in a sort of plastic basket about that size, and this paper would be inside it, and your hot dog and french fries would be there, and it crinkles. It's almost like your Sweetie Bags Thrifty Loo, And so I got a bunch of that at the secondhand store, so I've used it in here, as I love the bright colors of it. So that's that, and then I just made her some bookmarks, and she can use those in her other recipe books. And this is just a tuck spot here, and just a recipe card there. And this is some butcher paper and string, so kind of looks like you just got some pork chops from the butcher's. And there's a piece of bread from that stack, and another recipe card. And this is from our milk. My partner's in the States, and I don't think you get bag milk down in the States. You get it in kind of a jug. So this is holding the bag closed when we buy our bags of milk. So I just pop that in there. And then measuring spoons and cups, how to measure. This is from a vintage menu that I found at the secondhand store from a restaurant called Child's. I don't know if that was a chain or if it was just a single restaurant. I never heard of it. But it looks pretty vintage and kind of fun. So I photocopied it onto scrapbook paper. So I've used a bit of it as a tuck spot there. And I've just, I thought you might find this interesting. This is actually my my tape from buying some groceries a couple of weeks ago. And I just thought it'd be neat to kind of see the difference in prices between Canada and where she lives in the United States. And then just a couple of cards to jot things down on. And I picked up these little clothes pegs at Michael's, and they're great because you can just decorate them with a bit of washi tape or stamp on them or whatever. So I just thought that was kind of fun. And I think they're holding, oh yeah, this stuff. So this is from a little atlas, and I got looking through it, and there's where my partner's from, is Oklahoma. So, and here's where I'm from, is Ontario, and Perth is somewhere around here. It actually says it on there, so that's kind of cool. So I stuck those in, and then a couple more of these shopping lists. So that's held in with that, and how to frost a cake. And then just made these little dividers and put some blank recipe cards in between them. So just a little section in the middle here, made with love. And there's some more of that hot dog paper and something else from the menu. And those stickers are, Creative Memories there from a few years ago, eh? And I'm so sad that Creative Memories is gone. Anyways, there's a bunch of recipe cards, and I have punched the holes, and then I have just slit into the holes, so they can actually just be fitted into this book at any time she wants to use them. And another little piece of that menu there, piece of tomato. And oh, this is funny. I had plans of making a whole bunch of flowers out of this, but because I had found these in the store, and I thought, wow, those are great colors. I'm going to try making some flowers with them. So I started cutting them up, and oh man, what a mess. They just went everywhere. They ravel, and there's little pieces, and they just make such a huge mess. I'm going to be cleaning up these little pieces for months now. Anyways, but it was fun, and so I mustered up one flower out of that great idea, but they're also pretty bulky, and I didn't want this book to be really lumpy bumpy for her, so that's actually on a clip that she can just pull out if she wants that out of the way. And here's a couple more bookmarks for her other recipe books, a couple more shopping lists, and something else from that menu there. And this is, oh, this is cute. This is this grocery store was in Perth. It was just a little wee off the main street grocery store, and I moved to Perth in '82, and I think it closed not long after that. So I found this at their at a flea market in Perth, And that was back in the day when you could go to the grocery store and you actually had an account, so you were charging your groceries. I remember my mother doing that at a small grocery store where we lived. A piece of bread, and this is from a brownie badge book. Different things that you could do to earn badges, and that was to wash the dishes, and this one was to set the table. And so I put that in there. Another advertisement from my old magazine. How to cut a 9-inch layer cake into small pieces. That's cool. More recipe cards. Those ones I didn't punch holes in, but there's a lot of pockets in here, so there's plenty of places to put them. And just covered this little thing with a bit of washi tape there, and popped a little flower on that part. Another thing from the grocery, and this is an envelope, and I made kind of a little flip out here. So this one just has some pretty cards in it from the Bo Bunny paper that she can utilize. This has some just smaller cards, but they can be used for decorating or whatever in that little thing. And then here's some more of the shopping lists that are in that pocket there. This one here is the packaging from little cupcake cups, and I just took it and ran it through my Big Shot and got some texture on it, stapled it on there to make a little tuck spot. And more recipe cards that I've just done a bit of stamping on with some Stampin' Up! Stamps, I think those are. And this is just a piece of plastic file folder. And I've just given her a bunch of little samples of all the washi tapes that I have. Thought that you can just pull them off and use them wherever she wants to. And this is a little piece of my mixed media art. I had originally planned on this for the cover, but then I changed my mind. I wanted to make the book quite a bit bigger, so I just cut it down, punched the holes in it, so it's just kind of a little gift from me to my partner of my mixed media art. And this I found on the internet, and I don't know who wrote it. I wish I did, because it's lovely. It says, "Thank heavens for dirty dishes. They have a tale to tell. While other folks go hungry, we're eating very well. With home and health and happiness, we shouldn't want to fuss. By this stack of evidence, God is very good to us." So I really like that, because I believe in trying to find blessings in the mundane and the everyday things. So there you go. You can look at that stack of dishes, and instead of saying, "Oh man, here we go again," you can realize how blessed you are that you had the food to put on those dishes. So I thought that was just a really nice way to end the book. And there's my back cover, just simple and plain as the front. And I just wanted to make a mention and show you guys that have cinches, that in the instructions for cinches, they want this part where the two sides come together to be inside your front cover. But I still find that when I do that, I have to fudge my pages around to get them to flip nicely. So I wanted this to be on the outside. The only problem is if you don't have everything just right, then your front cover maybe will come loose. So I just took some of the butcher's twine that I had, and I tied each and every one together, which I think kind of gave me a cute little fringe on the side of it. But also my book is really nice and secure, and I don't have any problem with flipping to whatever pages in my book I want to flip to. So that's just a little tip from me to you guys. Hope you enjoyed it. I hope my partner's going to enjoy it and be able to use it. And I'm mailing it off today. So take care, everybody. Thanks.